This is Ranzi of Super Healthy Children, and I'm here today to show you how to make my holiday stuffed appetizers. And I'm just using some very simple ingredients here, and I have already cut up pieces of beautiful orange pepper, and also nice to get red pepper for the holidays, but they didn't have red pepper today, so I got orange. Don't get green pepper because green pepper is not ripe yet. You want to have your pepper be red or orange or yellow. I also sliced up some zucchini rounds. I took the stem out of some baby portobello mushrooms. And you can also use, in addition to the zucchini, you can use yellow squash. So, I am going to take the yellow squash, and we always want to chop off the end. Okay, or actually let's do the larger side. I'm going to chop off the end and slice a few rounds of the yellow squash. And add them around the dish too. Okay, and I'll take a few more slices of the zucchini. I already cut off the end, and then I'm just going to slice a couple more. And I will put those around. Okay, now I want to make a sauce for the stuffing. And I love this because it's all very simple, easy to find ingredients. I have 1/3 of a cup of pine nuts that have been soaked, and with the pine nuts I only soak them for like 20 minutes to a half an hour. With the other nuts I soak longer time periods, but pine nuts don't need that much soaking time. Then I have a fully packed 1/2 cup of chopped parsley. And I even added a little bit more parsley because usually I put basil in this recipe, which is most often used in pesto, but I don't have basil today, so I'm putting in more parsley. And so that's a 1/2 cup and a little bit more. The recipe is usually 1/2 cup of parsley, 1/2 cup of basil, and 1/2 cup of fresh cilantro. And I love cilantro. That's my favorite. Now with the cilantro, I also put in a little bit more than a 1/2 cup. It's pretty much a packed 1/2 cup. And so what I'm going to do is, I have my food processor over here in the corner. And I'm going to pour my pine nuts into the food processor. And I'm going to see, not too much pine nuts. I don't know how well it's going to process, but I'm going to try it just to see if I can get them a little bit more blended up here. So, let's see. Actually pretty good, even with just 1/3 of a cup. Now I'm going to put in the parsley. And you want to already have chopped it before you put it into the food processor. Coarsely chopped is just fine. So there's the parsley. Then I'm going to put in the cilantro. And I also like to add a large plum tomato to this recipe. I love it in a pesto. It makes the pesto a little bit thicker and I love tomato, so I'm going to add the tomato. And I may not even need the whole tomato. Now some of you may want to add a clove of garlic. You could add 1 clove of garlic. I'm choosing not to in my stuffed pesto recipe, but that's always an option. And you just mix it around a little bit. And you have a really yummy, delicious pesto recipe here. And so I'm going to start filling all of these pieces that I have on my plate, and I always try to use really pretty plates to serve these. I don't think there's a holiday gone by when I didn't have some of these appetizers. Pesto seems to go really well. So I'm going to just fill these. And then I'm going to put some on top of the zucchini and yellow squash rounds. And some in the pepper pieces. I've had some people on the holidays tell me that they were actually stuffed after eating these, that they enjoyed them so much and they were so filling. So there we've got some pepper. More zucchini rounds. And you're basically just going to keep on going around your plate, filling them up. And when you are totally finished and you have a really pretty plate of appetizers, you're going to take your tray and you're going to put it inside your dehydrator, and you're going to set your dehydrator for 105 degrees. And you're going to heat them until they're nice and warm, and you're going to taste it and see if it's to your liking. And so I highly recommend doing it. As you can see, it's a very quick way to have some nice, delicious appetizers, especially for the holidays when you have guests. Enjoy!